everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I do this look. This is my everyday makeup tutorial for when you are not tanning, for in between tans, because it can be really difficult, especially with like foundation and concealer and bronzer, especially when you're fair. Bronzer is such a freaking nightmare. So yeah, I hope this is somewhat helpful, because I know it would have been helpful to me if there was one. I don't think I even looked, but I'm sure it would have been helpful. So this is just how I do my makeup in between tanning, and it's just my basic everyday look. If you want to see my everyday look when I'm tanned, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get into the video. So the first thing I do before I start my makeup is apply a primer. I'm not normally well, I never used to be into actually like applying primer. The only one I really enjoyed was the Benefits Professional one. I really found that worked for me and I liked that a lot, and it wasn't until I tried this and I was like, this is my fave. So that is that there. This is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And honestly, I was a bit skeptical about this because I was like, how could you just like spray this on your face and it actually work? But it really does work. And actually, before I start, I'm gonna put my hair back. That's better. So all you have to do is just spray this on your face, and it actually makes my makeup stay a lot more. So I was actually really surprised that it worked. I even got my mum hooked on it too. So the foundation that I am using today is a L'Oreal True Match in the shade Vanilla. And I have this in another shade for when I am fake tanned. I can't tell you, I think it's like True Beige or something like that. But I really like this foundation, although I do find that it is like a smidge, and like, I mean the smidgiest, tiniest bit too dark. But for the most part, it works really, really well, and especially like those end days of your tan when it's like washing off, or the first time you scrub it off sort of thing. It works really well, but it's almost my color. I wish I would have gotten the just a little bit lighter and it would have been perfect. But I like this one because I have a really fair skin, as you can see, and I have trouble finding especially drugstore foundations to match my skin because I have very yellow undertones, and a lot of the drugstore ones are pink, well, pink undertones. So I have a lot of trouble finding ones that match my skin tone, which is very annoying. But I love this one and it matches it so well. It does not make me look pink at all. And that's like the one thing I used to hate. Like, I would try find foundations all the time and I could just never ever find one that I didn't look in the mirror and it was like pink after. It was so annoying. Then I move on to concealer. I am taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I adore this foundation. This concealer, it has the nicest consistency and it is so full coverage, and it's not patchy at all. I don't find that it goes patchy either. It stays on pretty nicely. So I'm putting that under my eyes and just on any areas that need a little bit more coverage. Sometimes I will just put this under my eyes and it works perfectly. I love this stuff. But this is honestly one of my most favorite concealers, and the color is so nice. Another thing you can do if you find that your foundation is a bit too dark for when in between tans, I like to put a line of concealer right here so you can blend the concealer color down instead of your foundation color, and that definitely makes it blend into your neck a lot more. But I feel like I'm a little bit tanner today, so it's blending really nicely. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my RCMA No Color Powder, and this is just translucent powder. It is loose as well, and normally I will bake if I'm going like on a night out or anything, but I find just applying this generally just does the exact same. It's nice to bake and it's convenient, and it definitely helps things from creasing and stuff like that, but I honestly find it does just as good job if you brush it around. Also, this has no flashback. This is honestly amazing. I tried an HD powder and it had the worst flashback ever. I was so confused because I had tanned for the first time in a long time, and I'd seen pictures of me on a night out from that day, or that night, and I was stark white in the face and I couldn't understand why, and that is why. So next I'm going to be taking some bronzer, and the one I'm using today is a Milk Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced in light to medium, and this is a matte bronzer. I have the medium to dark or deep one for when I am tanning, and this comes in a trio, so this is very convenient for when I'm in between tanning. And I think I'm going to be in between tanning for a while at the moment, just because it's so hot, like it's too hot to tan at the moment. So I just kind of put this in my cheekbones, my temples, and I try to get the sides of my nose, but I'm really bad at contouring. Putting bronzer down my nose, I'm just terrible at it. Next I'm taking the NARS, this is the Laguna Orgasm Duo here, and I do use Laguna when I am actually really fair as well, but I'll use that to just contour, especially like on a night out or something, but I still use Orgasm on my cheeks because it is a very, very nice color. So next I'm filling in my eyebrows. I am taking the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro HD Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Blonde. I use this between tanning because mainly for the reason that my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and Brow Wiz are both in the shade Taupe. So I prefer to use a lighter color on my eyebrows between tanning, just because I don't want there to be like darker features on my face. I just feel like it's, but I have nothing against like dark brows or anything like that, but I feel like it suits my complexion a little bit more if my brows are a bit fairer. Then I like to go back in with the spoolie and just kind of blend out any harsh lines. Next, I'm going to be doing some winged eyeliner. I like to do this before doing my eyeshadow for some reason on a day-to-day basis. I'm not really sure why. Then I'm just going in with some white, I think this is a jumbo eye pencil, but I just like to put this in the middle of my waterline, do it before anything else, just so that because if I did it before, sorry my hands are in front of my mouth, if I did it before mascara, or after mascara, sorry, it would then transfer onto the lashes, and I don't want that to happen. But speaking of lashes, I just am going to go ahead, actually no, I'm going to skip that one, going into this first. So this is exactly the same as my bronzer, but this is in Sun Bunny, and this is the natural bronzer. So there's like a duo one, don't know if you can see that. So yeah, and I'm just going to take a very, very large brush and dip it around in there and just put that in my crease. And this is literally all I do. This is a very like orange toned bronzer, and so I really like putting this on my eyes because I feel like it brings out the color of my eyes a bit more. Now onto lashes. I am just taking an eyelash curler and just curling them. The mascara I'm taking today is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I just have a mini version of this. I got it as we get like those little samples when you go on sephora.com.au. When you shop Sephora online, you get little samples. So this is one of them. Ever since I got my eyelash extensions taken out, I have been obsessing over mascaras because I went so long without them. So now I'm really into them. A huge tip if you have short lashes or you just want to get the product all the way through, get a mirror and look like down at it so you can see like the root of your lashes. It also stops it like transferring onto your eyelid. I feel like it makes the biggest difference. Last but not least, actually this is second last technically, but not really. I'm taking my lippy stick from ColourPop in the shade She Bad, and I like this because it's a really nude color, and I love nude. The last step is to finish off your makeup with some makeup finishing spritz by Australis. Ooh, that is so refreshing. So that is my everyday makeup routine. I hope you wait, no, that was really bad. That is my everyday makeup routine between tanning while I'm pale, fair, whatever. I know some people don't like the term pale, but while I am fairer than normal. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was helpful because I know it can be really, really hard to coordinate your makeup between tans. So I hope this was helpful in a way, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below if you're already not. Also leave me a comment because I like reading comments. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and I will see you in my next video. Bye!